Welcome, you guys. I was going to say we're halfway through the week because it's felt like kind of a long week, but it's not even halfway through the week. We're almost there though. We're like tomorrow we're at the point of survival, right? It's like hump day. Um, so first I just want to say I did do a live in the Elevated Wellness page today, but I just want to say to you guys as my team. I know you guys all know that I came from Beachbody and I've been on incentive trips before. And there are other people here who have been on some incentive trips before. And you kind of like, at least for me, I kind of went into it thinking like another incentive trip, right? And it was so different. It was so different than any experience I've ever had. And it just really solidified for me that we are exactly where we're meant to be. And for so many reasons. I mean, first of all, anytime we would travel with our own old company, we always had to pay a $350 registration fee to hold our spot. We had to book our ground transport and we had to get our airfare. But the trip itself, like the resort, which is of course a few $1,000s, all inclusive for you and another person, right? Our flights fully. They covered our ground transport. Not only did they cover our ground transport, but they were waiting when we landed, delayed landing. They didn't care. They just sat there and they waited. Corporate team was cheering for us when we got off of the bus. And they didn't, like, Heather will probably laugh at this, but like, it wasn't some rickety van that you think you're gonna die in where like the driver's actually drinking a Corona in one hand and like stopping for like avocados on the side of the road on the way to the resort. Like it was an actual huge, luxurious, like the kind of I don't know the word that I'm trying to think of, like the kind of bus that you see when it's like celebrities are like traveling for like their show from city to city, like a touring bus. It was like that. And there were like 10 of us in there. We're like, oh my God, there's so much room in here. But it was like so funny to me. I'm like, what a freaking difference. And I mean, just down to like um corporate. Like every corporate, not only corporate, but like the other teams that were there. Nobody one time asked me what my rank was. Nobody one time said, who's your upline? It didn't matter. Are you with Shackley? Derek and I were at the closing party and we had a 75-year-old couple come up to us and they're like, "You look like you're new." And I was like, "We are." And they're like, "We're with Shackley too. We've been here for 45 years now." It's like, "Oh my God." They're like, "Are you having fun?" Like when I tell you that like this company is amazing and you can tell like we are solid. We are so safe. We see Modere, we see everybody closing down. Roger is a multi-billionaire. He has never even thought about going public. Like we are so secure here. And for 70 years we've been that way. We're just new to the party. You know what I mean? And that to me feels gosh, just really good. I see all these companies and I see all these posts and people freaking out like every company is going to be toasted, by the end it's like yeah, all of your companies are and you're all going to come to Shackley. So, I'm going to start following your account now. But yeah. So, I just have to say like catch the live if you can in the Elevated Wellness page, but you guys there is a roadmap. I was peeking at some numbers today. Um I think both Amber and Heather are almost fully halfway to earning their trip. And that's pretty great. Like, and it's funny, not funny, but like both Amber and Heather are leaders on this team and they've come into this chat. Um, Stop. Katie, I know you're probably right there too, but I can't see your numbers, so I can't talk about you. But Amber and Heather have both been in the chat saying, I'm so behind this month. I feel so behind. Like I have to get back on, like, whatever. And it's like, they're halfway to their trip. Like, they're halfway to their trip, you guys. So it's not only when you feel like you're on fire and you're at the top of the mountain and everything is working out and going good that you can earn this trip. Like, the hard workers earn this trip. And there is a roadmap. So, and Jess and I were talking about this earlier today. So if you click into incentives and trackers in your back office. And then you click VIP Elite and you scroll all the way over to the right, you will see rules. It says rules. And I mean, it's a long read, but if it's important to you, read it because it goes over like how many points you can get for like even just having people fill out your meology quiz, Star Club, signing new people up. Like I know even in the chat today, I was saying to Marissa, like to her girl, like have her purchase a second order with like before that 30-day mark counts. That's elite points. It's like the little stuff like that that matters that people aren't thinking about. But once you know what the roadmap is, you can kind of just keep it in the back of your head. Um, is it under Shackley Share Shackley? It's under Shackley Connect in your back business office, and it says incentives slash trackers, and then VIP Elite, and then once you click into that, it's rules. Um, I have tea because I'm 100. Okay. Um, so. Get organized with that because nobody can be in control of your journey to Cabo. And I really want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 butt cheeks next to my butt cheeks in the sand. Please and thank you. It will change your life. A trip will change your life. Okay. Um, and I'm always here. I don't care who your upline is. I'm always here to game plan. You just have to ask, okay? Um, Second thing, we need to revisit get back to skincare. I'm gonna throw some ideas around for you guys. Um, but first, before we do that, everyone to drop in the chat your all-time favorite, like out of all of 300 plus products in the catalog, what is your all-time favorite product? Doesn't have to be like something you're gonna go run a group for. Group. Okay. Not yet. Ooh, we like the not yet. We like the not yet because we know it's coming. Okay. Um, so it's time to get back to the love of the business and it's time to get back to basics. Okay, that doesn't mean that we're shrinking our goals because hell to the no, I would say thing, but we got twins in the house. Even though they hear, I think that. But that's okay. Um, so back to basics. We're not saying, oh, we do the best we can and we sell some energize, we try to sell a moisturizer. Like, no. No, that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if your house is on fire and you're grabbing your skincare, stop trying to only sell Energize. Okay? Like if you're not grabbing it in a house fire, it's not lighting your fire. Okay? Like that is exactly what Amber was saying. And then Marissa chimed in and she said, ooh, I feel this and I feel a little bit stuck. And to be quite honest, I'm in a weird myself because I come from a wellness company and I really loved that with my whole heart. And I can feel shift for me. I can feel the shift, whether it's pregnancy, growing family, growing age, trying new things, putting the blindfold off, just letting myself be me, whatever it is. I'm really liking some skincare. I didn't see that coming for me. So I keep trying to wellness, just keep trying to do all these and not incorporating wellness because just because I have a thing that I love the most doesn't mean I'm not loving 299 others also, right? But it's that the thing for me. And it was wild because I'm inviting to this step challenge because that's what I know I need right now. I need to move my body and walk. I need to feel good. And yet most of my conversations are still about skincare. And I'm just like, how does this keep happening? And what I realized is I was just showing my skincare as part of my day today, but I was talking in the camera about other stuff, but people are seeing that, right? I'm inviting to a wellness group, not while I'm taking Energize, not while I mean, sometimes maybe while I'm making a shake, but I'm talking about it at night when I'm washing my face and I'm doing my whole skincare routine. So I'm waking up in the morning. It's like people aren't reading my words, but they're seeing my actions and they're seeing what I'm doing every single day. And I'm waking up to messages Okay, tell me what you're doing with your skin. Tell me what you're doing. Like, what products are you using? Hey, I'm ready for that under eye cream, right? And I just was like, so that, and it was like the perfect storm of like Amber's message and then Marissa's message and then the end of the enrollment for the step challenge. And then it was like, okay, we cannot sit here all week and twiddle our thumbs trying to lock in these massive goals. We have to have something else to invite to right now. Like that is the thing with Shackley is we never sit around and wait because nothing happens when we wait. There's too many products. Like it has to be more specific. We need a plan. And I know some of you have a plan, but if some of you don't, this is what I'm thinking, and you can join. And if this is not for you, there is not pressure. You do not have to do this, okay? I think we get ourselves in trouble trying to fit our, triangle love life into a circle like house or something. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like we're trying, we want because you know what I'm saying, but like you have to do what feels good for you and organic. And so I'm going to give you my idea, but let me tell you something about being organic in this business. And it was actually Elizabeth and I who were talking about this today. And she said, I'm not somebody who likes to have scripted conversations. I like to keep it organic. And I said, that's the goal. But here's the thing about being organic. You can't sit back and think that people are going to just come to you. And I think people get lost in that mix of like, I'm not going to do a scripted conversation. I'm just going to be myself and show what I love and be organic about it. But the thing about that is you still have to put in the work. So don't get it twisted, right? If you're like, I have my own way of inviting and I like to talk about products like this or that, you still have to invite. Like the leaders on this team who have rank advance, they are scratching and clawing into people's inboxes. They are putting in the work, right? They don't like people, I don't, you don't just wake up with like 16 carts that have been fulfilled and you didn't invite a single one of them, right? Like you have to invite people. Okay. So here's my kind of skincare idea. And I'm going to give you guys also some ideas about like incentivizing whatever it is that you want to do this month. So, um, it's kind of a spin off of what we've done in the past, but making changes because once we know better, we can do better. Okay. So, taking a lot of different ideas from different people I've talked to so far and kind of putting together like an anti-aging, anti-inflammation group, but not what the main big upline is doing, right? Because that's all cellular beauty bundle. It has to be Vivix, it has to be peptide pens, it has to be collagen. For me, I think we could be really successful not being so rigid, right? That's what the step challenge showed me is that people want the steps, but they don't want, they have to get this, or this, right? But maybe they just want to do steps and wash their face, right? Like, and I think if we're less rigid with a lot of options for people, it gives us freedom to have something to invite to and share love, what we personally love, right? So one idea that I'm throwing around, and nothing is solidified yet. Amber and I had talked earlier today about how sometimes 2 week groups, people fall off at the end, especially skincare, like specifically skincare groups, like people just, they go off, they do their own thing. Skincare groups tend to be highly educational, right? Because we're not like, did you wash your face today? Did you do that? Did you use your toner? Right? We're not on like, fill out your tracker for your skincare. So I'm almost thinking about doing a 5 day group where instead of scheduling posts, we have 5 people go live. And it will be like a Monday through Friday thing, less than 5 minutes. And so be prepared because if you're going to be in this group, I may be calling on you because there are certain people who love certain things and are really good at talking about them. I'm thinking youth line. I'm thinking peptide pens. I'm thinking collagen. I'm thinking Vivix, and I'm thinking Simply 5. Now, If you're like, I want to do this group, but anti-inflammation for me means something completely different, right? Than just Vivix, right? I can hear Heather and Katie right now in the back of my dome piece saying, well, what about you guys are invited to the party too, okay? This is where you get choice on how you want to invite to this. And I think we all can kind of pick our own paths. Like I could make my own rules and Katie could have her own rules. Like she could have her gut bundle because this is anti-aging and anti-inflammation and what she's doing and loving fits that. But for me, it's Vivix and it's skincare. And I'm focusing on my colitis symptoms, right? I'm focusing on my skin, my puffy under eyes, whatever. So I think what we do is we create a minimum buy-in and you guys can kind of decide what that looks like for you, how you want to invite to it. So, in terms of dates, I don't want it to be with a start date at the end of April because it shuts off our push 2 days before the end of the month. So, what I would like to see is this group starting on May 5th. That gives us more than 2 full weeks, and maybe we cut off enrollment on the 1st. Okay. It's kind of a weird time. It's a Thursday. But we need a deadline that encourages numbers to rise by the 30th at midnight. And so I think it lines up perfectly with the 5th being a Monday. We have everybody, like the deadline is the end of the month. It's easy enough to just say we're cutting off enrollment. Um, I'm thinking a minimum buy-in of 50. Obviously, we just had a whole conversation about how we want those numbers to be 150. And that is on you to talk to your people and have those conversations and help them build something that they really want. I mean, if people are getting skincare and they're getting one product, maybe it costs $50, but for the most part, like I'm not signing somebody up with a gel cleanser unless they're getting a moisturizer. You know what I mean? It's going to be closer to 100. So a couple of things that I will say is that I'm going to be incentivizing the shit out of the rest of the month. Numbers are low, and I'm not only going to be incentivizing my customers, but I'm going to be incentivizing my ambassadors. So this really doesn't apply to this one incentive does not apply to the leaders, but to my level ones. I'm probably going to be raffling off an entire bag of the new Life Shake flavor. So your own sales and your own purchases will count. Okay. Similar to last month when we did gift cards, it will be something like that and it will be organized and I will have something in the group, the team chat for you. Now, I encourage you guys to do the same because we have team goals and we have personal goals. And I think most of you are in the director blitz. So gut check. Are you doing every assignment? Because that group is not for people director and above, but yeah, I'm seeing our directors in there doing the assignments because they understand the team. I'm not going to be giving cash. All of that money is coming into our businesses. I don't know who it goes to. I don't care what customer uses it. But that is a smart business decision. It took us a few months to kind of get the hang of what we're doing here, how we want to work it. But at the end of the day, we have never had a pot of cash that didn't goose. We've had people pass, but we've never had a pot of cash not get used. It has always risen in purchases that go back into the business. So if you are somebody who's like, I'm going to do my own raffle, it doesn't have to be huge, right? But any purchase between, and I would encourage you to not even just do now to the end of the month. I would break it up. I would break it up and do, pulling up my calendar. Like we have 2 weeks left. Like 1 week, end of the first week, do an incentive. Second week, do another one because you're going to be rebuilding momentum each time. If you start trying to build momentum for something that doesn't have a gratification date for people until 2 weeks, you're going to see a very slow rise. Okay. So for example, it's Tuesday. If you announce an incentive that ends on Sunday at midnight, you're going to have far more purchases than end of the month deadline. Okay. It can be so simple. $20, $15, right? Um, but I would encourage you, don't give more money to Amazon. Don't give a Target gift card or a Starbucks gift card if you have personalized business goals. You're going to get $25 back to you. And when that person wins, you say to them, "What would you like to try? You have $25 on me." Right? You're not like, "Oh, so this money has to go towards a product. I hope that's okay." Like, no, they understand the assignment. No. What would you like to try? This is so exciting. 25 bucks on me. What have you been eyeballing? I have never gotten an objection to that. Ever. And if somebody has an objection, guess what? Pass. At the end of the day, that money's going back into your business. That is a smart business decision, okay? So I would encourage you to do something with a deadline of Sunday at midnight and then again, end of the month, right? So those are just some ideas that I have swirling around in my own head. I actually have a peptide pen unused in my basement. I have one for eye and one for face, and I think I might do two separate raffles with those. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do yet, but I'm excited to do this with you guys. Um Last month was wild. Like we had rank advancements and we had a party and we celebrated and we cheered together and we did it together and we pulled on not all-nighters but till midnighters, which feels like all-nighters at this age, but we're gonna do it again. We are gonna do it again. And so raise your hand if you're in quals right now. Finding left and right. I couldn't get a hold of it. I didn't delete fast enough, scrambling. I'm like, help me delete them. Help me delete them. Scroll down. Get them out of here. Remove anybody in the last hour. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I don't being hacked. I shut Facebook. I close out of my messenger. I change all my passwords. I go to my lash appointment. I come out. The whole team is like, we've been deleting people the whole time. We are almost, I think we've got everyone. It's done. I said, okay, I'm going to log back in. I logged back in and hundreds more invites just came through. I said, shut this bitch down. I was like, I don't know what to do. Something is terrible that's happening. And so we had to shut down the group. We had to restart the group. And then I was like, can someone invite me? Can I come back into the group? Like, it was like really weird, right? I think it must have been a setting. I don't know. But anyways, all this long story to say, are we missing an opportunity for like a free group here? Like I started like, okay, I've never spoken to these people who are joining, engaging, and introducing themselves, and they went for a walk. I felt so bad. They went for a walk, they did their trackers, and like I'm like, I've never even talked to them, but they're my Facebook friends, and I'm just like, should we be offering a free group? Like it just, I don't know. And so I'm thinking maybe we do. And we prioritize our invites going towards our paid groups, but maybe we just invite and see who joins. Maybe we offer education. Like, and then I was like telling Jamie about it. She's like, I'm actually doing a free group just like that, where people don't have to pay to join, but they're going to get information on basically Vivix, cellular beauty bundle, like colleges, stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like weird. I'm like, was this a sign? Like, was this a sign or something? I don't know. So more to come on that. If you guys have ideas about like free groups, you can always unmute and share them. Typically for me, free groups in the wellness world have never worked because if I'm offering free workouts and people aren't paying for their library, they're not actually showing up because people show up for what they invest for. But I don't know. We're in a new world. We're living a different life now, and I don't know. Maybe we need to offer like a weekend group, like a walking weekend, like a weekend of walking group, or I don't even know, like something that is just like, I don't know, set your setting, like, and invite everyone that you can and see who shows up. And maybe at the end you end up with three new customers. Like, I don't know, but
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I
And then
mean,
maybe each day, each of us could like go on live
yeah.
and just talk about like one of our favorite products and like what it
Hmm.
does, how it makes us feel.
Yeah,
And then, I mean, we might get new customers that way.
we
Like
might.
maybe those are the people, if they do the free group, those are the people that are like you said, creeping at us, never answering. And then if they see us go live and talk about products, maybe they're going to be like, you know what? She invited me to this free group. She's giving me all of this information. I'm going to order. Never know.
Yeah. And I mean, I was thinking about like, I wouldn't want it to be more than like probably a couple of days.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I mean, I don't
and
want to spend a ton of time.
I
So
no,
I
think
guess
a
I,
maybe we
weekend
could
is
have
great.
like,
a
yeah, maybe
weekend.
we
Yeah.
could have like, I don't know, three, however many of us decide to do it. Let's just say six. You have three of us go live on Saturday, morning, noon, night, three
Yeah.
on Sunday, morning, noon, night, and talk about like
Our
a
favorite
product that
product.
they like. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Something simple.
It's really
Um,
interesting that you guys say go live because the mentorship video that I just watched before I hopped on here, they actually highly encourage us to go live because it gives people opportunity to ask questions. It gives us opportunity, like as we're in act, to like show what we're doing. Why did we do what we do? That type of thing. So it's really interesting that we're talking about it because they are like strongly encouraging the level ones to go live, even if it's just one time a week, but then still post daily.
yeah. Yeah. And that's so true. And I mean, at the end of the day, because why? Because it builds trust when people can see your personality, when they can talk to you, when it's something not just behind a screen or a post, right? And so yeah, and I don't know if we um do something. I mean, we have our groups kind of maybe this is a May thing. Maybe this is like something that we do early May instead of like trying to cram one more thing into this month. Yeah? Okay. Um, because I don't, yeah, we're second half of the month already. It feels a little risky to start promoting a free group. And apparently no promotion needed. Okay? You just invite everyone and they join. I mean, literally, you guys, I was so embarrassed. I was looking at all of the people I invited. I'm like, Arsenio. I'm like, I don't even it's Derek's like basketball, like somebody from his semi-pro team, and then Jimmy Harvey. And I'm like, oh my God, I invited his entire fucking college basketball team to my fucking 7 day step challenge. And I think they joined. My dad did. I invited Derek. He wasn't gonna tell me. He was like, yeah, it showed up twice. Then I got to my lash appointment. She's like, I saw you invited me to a step challenge. I was like, I'm gonna cry. I love you, but I didn't actually. Like, I was like, I don't know what's happening, but all these people were joining and we had like so many members. So something maybe fun for May.
I agree with Angela. I was just going to say this. She just put in the chat having an incentive. Like as far as it goes, it could bring more people in. And depending on how many we have, like if everybody wants to do the free group, we could literally all just put $5, $10 in and we could gain new customers that way. We could still do like
100%.
a simple raffle to go back towards a purchase because if they've never
Maybe
purchased
not even a
before,
raffle, but maybe even like, yeah, say like a step challenge again or something, like a weekend step challenge. Who can get the most steps, but like the winner gets something. The winner wins, you know? Like who gets the most steps wins. Or I don't know, just and then that way you bring more people to the group and you could share in the group. That's when we could go live and just be like our favorite, like yeah, even like our favorite and clean, like our energy that we use to get moving, our gut supplements so we feel good while we're moving, our favorite things like that. I don't know. I'm bad at brainstorming, but that's just
Oh yeah.
that's also a good
Yeah.
idea, Ange. Like whoever does like has the most steps at the end, like total.
Hmm.
yeah.
Like
Because
we'll
when
do
we do
like a
like
first, second,
challenges
and
at the
third
gym,
place or something.
it's like we if I were to like because we do stuff at the gym sometimes that, and if I tell members like, oh yeah, we're anyone that does the challenge or
Problem with that is that it can be people just getting started. Everyone has a way to track. So not everybody has a watch
that's
or a
true.
ring.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
just playing devil's advocate, but
Yeah,
and we can talk more
you're
about
right.
this in May. Rocco.
Maybe like not a
Um,
step challenge then. I don't know. Yeah,
yes.
you're right though. I
So
see what you're
something.
saying.
And we'll figure it out. And I think we can have this conversation like more, um, let's see here, because
Most
like I said,
engaged person.
so our next group will start May 5th, like the skincare, anti-aging, anti-inflammation. Um, and that will be May 5th. Um, we could even do it like the weekend before or after, but we can talk about that in like team call in like a week or two. And so for purposes of prioritizing goals for this month, I would love to hear you guys can either drop it in the chat or you can think about it, but I would love to hear from all of you in the next like 24 hours. Like, what's your game plan? Are you going to do incentives to end the month strong? Do you have something that you're passionate about? What group do you want to be a part of inviting to? And hear me when I say, if you are not a skincare person and you are not a step challenge person, but you are a midday mocktail person, right? You can do your own challenge of like, okay, I'm gonna try to sell enough midday mocktails of like Energize, Good Gut and Go, and electrolytes to hit Star Club every week until we end the month, and that's my goal. And at the end of it, I'm going to be sending samples, 3 samples to 3 people of Energize, Good Gut and Go, and electrolytes, right? Like it doesn't have to be this whole thing, but you do have to get creative and decide what's important to you, right? Because if you're excited about it, your audience will feel that. People are not signing up for products, they're signing up for you. Cruising for a bruising. Sit down. Okay. Anyone have any ideas? Anyone have any raffles that they're currently doing? Any incentives that they're giving away to try to lock in their goals? Do you guys feel like maybe you need to come up with new ideas for that?
I think I'm gonna start talking about the skincare group.
Oh,
And
100%. I'm hitting the
yeah,
ground
and
running.
then I'll probably do like 20, yeah, like $25 towards any should I do like any skincare product or any other product that they've been eyeing? I I always talk about the skincare and my mocktail. I haven't tried the electrolytes. I use the immunity in my mocktail. I don't like the flavors of the electrolytes. So
So one thing that I think is kind of cool is like if somebody is in a skincare group and or they have signed up for like a skincare group or maybe they're, what I don't even know what.
I heat.
Bye. Um okay, just reading her message. Sorry. I
Me
was just
too,
like
me
trying to I
too.
was trying to read what she was saying. Okay. So like I think it's kind of cool to like just give people choice. Like it doesn't
Okay.
have to be skincare. Like especially if it's your raffle, you get to do whatever the hell you want, you know? So if somebody's like, well, like I'm not really interested in new wellness products, but I am super interested in some under eye cream, then heck yeah, or vice versa. And like Amber was saying earlier when I was talking to her about this idea, she said, um, and she's like, I'm not even just going to be talking about skincare. She's like, I might not talk about Vivix, but I sure as hell I'm going to talk about Simply Five, like the makeup, because she's like, I love it. It's
Mm.
clean, it's EWG verified. I'm like, yeah. And all of that I think is like a great buy-in into the group. Um, and then like as you go, if you have like 1 or 2 incentives throughout the month, right? Like people get into the raffles for whatever your incentives are based on their purchases. And then you can say like, "Oh, doing a skincare thing that you never got yet," or just let them pick, or do you want to dabble into some immunity or You know, it could be anything. The sky's the
Yeah.
limit.
Yeah.
Like
So
even like you and Katie could team up and be like, let's do a raffle together. Like let's put all of our people into like a little chat, and like even if you have 10 people between the two of you, like you give $10, she gives $10 or so, you know what I mean? I'm just like coming
yeah,
up with ideas like
that's a
I
good
don't know.
idea. Uh, my other question, just so that I know, when we do the skincare group, it's just a $50 buy-in. We obviously want them to purchase skincare, but if they purchase, like, I know that you said, like, if I sell the cleanser, I'm obviously selling a cream, which duh, you know, you need that. Um, but like, what if they do, I don't know, what if they just start with like a face lotion and then they're like, but I want the Energize and the Good Gut and Go that you always buy. Like that
Yeah, I
still
mean,
gets them, it's just a $50 minimum, right? That we're focusing on.
yeah, but I'm gonna market the group as like anti-aging and anti-inflammation. So
Okay.
I think anti-inflammation puts our foot in the door to like so many things, right?
Hmm.
Like it could be anything. Good cut and go, you know. The hormone stack, it could be Optiflora, it could be, I mean, there are just so many things. I learned like 10 new things today talking to Katie and Heather for a customer. I was like, oh my God, shit, I didn't know that. Or oh my God, shit, I forgot that. It's like inflammation, anti-inflammation is just so all-encompassing. It's actually wild. So I'll be focusing on it from a point of skincare and Vivix. That's going to be my focus because I'm really having a great time talking about those, and I've been
Yeah.
having a lot of fun with it.
I know I'm talking a lot. I'm really
No, you're
sorry.
good. You're good.
Um, that Vivex is like the last, I think I've had it now for maybe like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. I shit you not. When I go to bed at night, I am so bloated. And the last 2 weeks, I've like looked in the mirror before going to bed and being like, whoa, like I'm not like, I don't look like bloated like at
Oh my
all.
God, I thought you were saying that it was bloating you, and I was like,
No,
ooh, maybe send that in a
no,
private message.
no.
Oh my
I
God.
like,
Okay, that's
like,
good.
like, I listen, my stomach's never going to be flat. Amber was talking about this on her story the other day, and she was like, I'm just going to embrace my body and my mom pooch. And I was like, girl, same, because it ain't going away. So my stomach is, I'm noticing a difference that it's flat. It's as flat as it's going to be, probably. Like, but I'm noticing that it's like, I almost feel like when I went to bed that I would have like a legit belly, that, and it would be like tight and it would just feel so full. And now that I'm using that, not. It's not.
That and
I
and
am
that's
like
so wild.
obsessed.
Like and I was talking to Julie Wheelock about this too, and she was saying like and Jessica too, like for pain management. Like
Yeah.
Julie has like really bad arthritis, joint pain, like crippling, and she's just been like, "Oh my gosh." And like Jess, you talk about your fibro, and it's like so
Yeah.
there's so many ways that we can incorporate like anti-inflammation into this group. So you guys really get to like market this how you want. So if I can come up with some graphics for it tomorrow, they'll be basic. You know, it won't be like skincare, Vivix. It won't be like cellular beauty bundle or bust. Like it's gonna just be really, I don't know, fun and all encompassing and allowing us to get back to what we love, whatever our hero products are, and end the month
Also,
strong.
sorry. Also, I was just say,
Go.
don't forget our business opportunity call tomorrow, too, guys.
Oh
Invite the
yeah.
crap out of that
Oh
to
my
that
gosh. I don't
tomorrow.
even know if I shared our story for it because I don't have everybody's pictures. I'll do that tonight. Yeah, we're doing a business opportunity call tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. So if you guys can shoot out some business invites tomorrow, the directors are putting one on, just our team. So not like upline or anything. Um, so yeah, thank you for that. because I don't have everybody's photos. It'll be on this link also, and we'll record it and then we'll have it to send out.
I was just about to ask that.
Yep. Does anyone have any other questions? We are right at 9:01 actually. Okay. Let's take a picture. Let me take you a picture. Okay, ready, guys?